What up, guys? So today I am showing off a fully leveled up heavy bolt rifle. I do my best to cater towards ammunition for this weapon. The heavy bolt rifle is great at taking out large mobs of enemies, especially minorists. And luckily for me, I ran into a sniper who was using squad renewal. So the heavy bolt rifle was really good with squad renewal. And I do use a fair amount of penetrating perks here. I do have Kraken penetrating rounds, and that's going to help me stack up cooldown with the sniper team perk. And I do have aligned aim as well. I'm basically trying my best to keep my range damage strong. You know, at least I have a fair amount of range damage buffs here, and marked for death. All of that just so the heavy bolt rifle can basically do a good amount of damage, because this build is basically centered around taking out enemies. Right here, you can see the cooldown. That is insane. The cooldown to get back the scan is insane. That's pretty much how the build is centered around. Luckily, because I ran into a sniper squad renewal. I really just wanted to see the full capabilities of the heavy bolt rifle. Now, I'm not going to say the heavy bolt rifle that I built, like the actual heavy bolt rifle build for it, is the best. I don't even use the extra damage for Tyranids. Now, I do have extra damage against Terminus, and I do have, obviously, more headshot damage. And not to mention, I'm doing a lot of scanning. So the overall damage of the heavy bolt rifle is actually in a really good spot with this build, especially if you consider marked for death. And now this team is one of the best ranged DPS teams I've been on in a while. The overall damage we were getting out of our synergy here was pretty insane, because I'm running with a sniper who, like I said multiple times, is using squad renewal, and then I am running with a heavy here who is giving us extra ammunition. And like I said, when I was showing off the heavy bolt rifle, I kind of leaned towards ammunition for when I built the weapon. So this heavy bolt rifle has a lot of ammo, and it was really fun. It was really fun just having a bullet storm situation going on with the heavy bolt rifle. See right there, that's an enraged major. As long as you're quick enough to, after the gun strike, as long as you're quick enough with those headshots, you can take advantage of the parry debuff. Now, here we have a Ravener in a hallway. That's always pretty rough. And I do think my teammate over there was either distracted by other majors, but unfortunately our heavy does go down. But that's fine. It's absolute. People go down in absolute. Not everyone can play perfectly throughout the entire operation. And at this difficulty, if you make one mistake, yeah, you're likely to go down. I'm still really enjoying absolute. Now, this situation was a bit tough. A Neurothrope spawned in, and I'm actually pretty confident the heavy bolt rifle is a great weapon for the Neurothrope, but we also have spore mines here. So I'm kind of panicking a little bit. I just want to make sure we don't get hit by any of the spore mines. I do land a scan on the Neurothrope here, and I actually have a good position if I can get rid of some of those enemies. But then I get hit by one of those. Bubbles. I get hit by one of those green balls, and it nudges me right in front of that reactor, and I didn't really have a clean shot to get my contested health back. So now, for most of this operation, I am going to be fighting at low health. Now, that was an unfortunate dodging situation. I wasn't able to dodge left or right there because I had an input for, I was backtracking. And once I went to dodge, it basically just placed me in that. That was definitely a skill issue situation. But still, I was still able to get a large amount of damage on the Neurothrope. And honestly, this build specifically, as long as I can hit headshots, can survive just purely off of Massacre. The heavy bolt rifle is a really good weapon. I really enjoy using this weapon. It's great to get your contested health back as long as you don't have obstacles right in your face. But see, I do have scan back. The Neurothrope is pretty close to death. And I realized too late that I had 2 crack grenades. I thought I had 2 regular grenades, but they're actually crack grenades. So I was gonna be, I was able to take out this Neurothrope actually a lot earlier than than I really expected. So little sloppy Terminus battle there, but still, this team is just too good. Look at this team synergy right here: squad renewal, additional supplies, and aligned aim with a heavy sniper and a tactical. The card at the end was really good. Oh, there's Mark for Death, by the way, on a Biobore. So this was actually a really good operation to show off some of Tactical's utility, especially considering that I have a really quick cooldown, which is... Squad Renewal might be the best team perk for Tactical, I gotta say. I had Scan pretty much for every fight that needed it. And these majors, we really made quick work of. Like, honestly, this was such a fun team to run with. Just purely off of our ranged capabilities. I mean, the weapons we're using in this operation are like some of the strongest weapons in the game. That said, I'm not even sure what the sniper is actually using, but it's a sniper, so I just assume it's something strong. I'm just assumed they're set up for it. But now, look at this fight. Dude, this fight was so good. There are so many majors here. I get the scan just in time. Oh, look at that beautiful scan, man. I really wish I was using the equipment perk here, but I really wanted to build around just pure range damage and making sure scan is doing as much damage as I can. That scan probably was like, I don't know. It was a lot of extra damage from my perks. Like maybe over 100%, something like that. Scan is just really good, dude. Like no matter how you build Scan, it's going to get the job done. Now, unfortunately, right after that major fight, here's another major fight, and if there aren't a lot of gaunts around, it's really hard for me to get the cooldown back as fast as I want. Now, here, I do believe, like look at my health. There's not a lot I can do about this. I get hit right there, and then one early parry. That is fine. Honestly, the thing about the early parry there is I've been parrying the past couple days out of my mind. I've been doing a lot of great parries. So this was honestly a pretty sloppy operation, but the setup is just so good that we're able to pretty much muscle through any situation. I do make sure to thank people who res me, because every time I go down in this game, it's through my own mistakes. And it's always fun watching these back, because I always, I kind of analyze exactly what went wrong, and I kind of try to, keep an eye out for it. But that said, going down once always fires me up. So I was pretty motivated to never miss a parry for the rest of this operation. But there, I was actually kind of tempted to just take out that major just to get my cooldown, which was pretty wild. Like the squad renewal is just really, really good. And I can imagine the heavy was enjoying it as well, because we do have the heavy bolt rifle also with the heavy bolter. This was just a really, really good team. I kind of hope we get a good eye on the sniper to see what they were using. Maybe it was a melee sniper build or something, but I really doubt it. I remember the damage at the end of the card, so I'm pretty sure it was not a melee sniper. But I've had melee sniper builds that go over 10k damage. It's kind of wild how good sniper is right now. 10k range damage is what I mean. But okay, so here I do have a stim. The heavy has mortal wound. The sniper is low health as well. So we're like not the healthiest right now. But we're getting pretty close to the end of the operation here. We just need to get through these objectives. And as you see right there, scan, heavy bolt rifle, very powerful. Tactical is such a strong class. I'm really enjoying the perk reworks and the game at the moment overall. I actually have new games. Like I'm playing the new Pirate Yakuza game, and that game is really fun. But like nothing scratches that like battle itch. Then like this game just scratches that battle itch. It's so good. Sometimes I'm just craving the combat in this game. That said though, I do recommend just a random reference here, but I do recommend getting Pirate Yakuza. It's a fun game. But okay, so here we have a Biobore, and look at those spore mines. Those spore mines jumped right in my face and took the damage for the Biobore there. And then I go for the scan a little bit early, and get punished for it by the gaunts that were around me. I definitely should have taken out the Minorist before I went for the scan because, yeah, that was rough. Or at least maybe I should have parried the Major. I went from full health to pretty low health from that, and I was a little bit worried. But still, we're getting through this operation. Ballistic Engine's actually really fun. Ballistic Engine's a really fun operation. It could be my favorite Tyranid operation, to be honest. But okay, so I have no scan, no stims. We are trying our best to just, you know, charge the station here. The one thing about Ballistic Engine, I do say, it's kind of hard to aim for headshots with all this fog. But it's kind of weird because it's like I never really had to pay attention to squad renewal as much as I did in this operation because I kind of just like, you know, like, oh, squad renewal, that's cool. But this is like one of those operations where I'm like, holy cow, you can get like a scan every fight if you wanted to, and that is just insane amounts of extra damage for your entire team. Because this team was stacked, man. This team was very much stacked as far as a range setup goes. Heavy is just really good right now. Sniper, really good right now. Tactical, really good right now. All the classes are really good. But as far as like a ranged setup goes, this was kind of the most dangerous ranged team I've had in a long time. Nice little for the Emperor chair there. I always do that when I can. But still, the heavy bolt rifle is a strong weapon. I really enjoy using that weapon. That was a great showcase on how the heavy bolt rifle could be the strongest bolt rifle. But the Stalker is really good. Oh yeah, look at this stat setup, dude. I had 15k range damage, and my other two teammates were almost at 20k. That was a great showcase of a powerful ranged team synergy there. Unfortunately, I only get the most items found, but still, it went well.